All right, hello and welcome to a session of FitEssentials Basics. My name is Shauna. I'll be taking you through class. If you have a broomstick or a long PVC, we're going to have some options to use that a little bit later in the hour. If you are using a broomstick, just take the broom or the mop handle, take the head off so you aren't hitting yourself with that. All right, here we go. We're going to start standing with our spinal cord breathing. So a little bit different than we've done in previous months. Gonna have our feet just underneath our hips, toes are pointing straight ahead, and just get nice and comfortable here where your feet are. And we're gonna start by bringing our arms up and around. You're gonna bring your forearms together and your palms together. And then we're gonna tuck our arms down, pull your pelvis under. So tuck your hips in, pull the chin in. From this position, you're just gonna gently blow the air out of the lungs. And then as you inhale, lift the chest, pull the arms back, lift your head and eyes to the sky. And then as you go to exhale, you're going to tuck it all back in. Blow the air out, pull everything under. And that's your pattern. Breathe in and lift. Pause at the top, turn your chest to the ceiling. And exhale, close it all down. A few more. And you'll find your own rhythm here. Try to pause like between breaths. So kind of pause at the top and then nice long exhale as you close. Pulling the elbows into the chest, rounding down, and then lifting up out of you, breathe in. Lift up out of those hips, circle the arms back, keep the ribs strong so you don't arch too much in the back. Last one, pull in, breathe out, tuck under, and inhale, open. Fantastic. Just going to bring the arms down to the sides, kind of shake it out. And now nice and gentle, we're going to start to sidestep through the feet and swing the arms side to side, opening that chest. And I like to kind of rotate my hands forward and back. So as I rotate forward, I turn the palms down. As I open back, I turn the palms forward, palms down, palms forward, and just gently alternating which arm comes on top here. There you go. All right, from here, we're going to go into a side stretch. So set your feet about hip width apart. Take your right hand onto your hip. Get a little bend into those knees. And then we're going to start not going straight up to overhead at first. So your left hand to the shoulder, we're going to just kind of gradually open up through the shoulders, reaching straight across the body. And now we're looking to reach a little bit higher each time. So across the shoulders, reaching at the level of the ear, over the forehead. And then just as your body feels, start to reach up to overhead a little bit. So try to bring the hand over the head, stretching across the body. Fantastic. Couple more there. Down and reaching across. If you feel comfortable, to turn your eyes up, looking up towards that hand. One more, bringing it down, reaching it up and across. Follow it with your gaze and then shake it out. Fantastic. Same thing, opposite side. So now your left hand supports the left hip, ground it into the hands, again, ground it into the legs, bring your right hand by the right shoulder and starting just reaching straight across, getting a little shift into those hips. So I rotate back, I rotate that hip forward as I reach across. And just like we did last time, reaching a little bit higher each time, reaching across about the level of the chin and the eyes, the forehead. And you might kind of find your top position, then just continue to reach there. Or if you feel ready for it now, start to reach up to overhead, following it with your gaze. Pause at the end of that stretch, stretching long out of the side body. Couple more. Very good. Last one. And down and relax. Beautiful. Shake it out. All right. Next, with a nice wide base stance, you can grab a band or a towel if you need to. If you can, interlace your hands behind you. We're going to go to our behind the back stretch. So interlacing the hands or grab onto that rope. Extend those arms out, lifting up. Ribs stay down, so we don't want to arch here. And then you can either stay here or take it into that forward fold, rooting down into those legs, sending the hips back, bowing forward. Very good. Continue to breathe, holding strong in your legs. And when you're ready, go ahead and come back up or relax those arms down, shake them out. Fantastic. All right, and then I want to get a little bit more of a glute activation. So what we're going to do, feel free to balance here. You're going to lift up out of one hip, and you're going to start with your right leg. You're going to point it forward in front of your other leg, and then you're going to lift the toes up and glide the foot back behind. So I point the toe, reaching forward, lift the toes, and glide the foot back, focusing to squeeze that bum as you glide the foot back, forward and back, staying as tall as you can, squeezing. Good, anywhere between 6 and 10 here. And then the side that you're standing on, so your left leg, really emphasize lifting up out of that hip. So we don't want to let that hip like drop out to the side. Continue to hold strong, couple more. Reach, glide it back, point the foot, and glide it straight back. Very good. In between sides, hands on the hips for some hip circles. Go ahead and circle them around. There you go. 2 to 3, one direction. And when you're ready, take it the other way. 2 to 3, the opposite side. Very nice. All right, from here, we're gonna go same idea, that hip extension on your left leg this time. So set the right foot, lifting up out of the hips, and now left foot, point the toe in front of the body, lift the foot, glide the foot back, squeezing the bum. Point the toe, lift the foot, glide it back, and squeeze. Let me put my little carpet square down. Easier to see my feet. Anywhere between 6 and 10. Good. Continue to lifting up out of that right hip. Very nice. Couple more. Squeezing the bum, pointing it forward, and squeezing it back. Fantastic. Last one. And relax. All right, feel free if you want to kind of keep your chair around. We're going to be doing some balance work later with like the knee towards that same side elbow. So oftentimes it helps to have something to support on. Next, we're going to be going into an overhead press or an overhead reach. If you have any trouble with your shoulders and it's hard to reach up to overhead, don't worry about weights just yet. If you're feeling pretty comfortable there, then let's get a nice light pair of weights or even some water bottles, and we're going to hold one in each hand. We're going to be looking to alternate hands here. So either an overhead reach or an overhead press. We're going for roughly 10 reps. So 2, 1, whenever you're ready, midline nice and strong, pushing all the way up and through and alternating arms. Good. Exhale as you push. 2. I think I'll bring my elbow forward as I lower. 3. Pull that chin in, continue to lengthen through the spine. 4. Very nice. As you push up, you're thinking about bringing that weight right over the center of your head. 6. That's about 7. And you know, the 10 is always a suggestion. So if you need to rest before we hit the 10, or you're moving a little bit faster than me, that's great. Just do what your body needs. 1 to 2 more each side. Good, ladies. There you go. And when you finish, go ahead and set the weights down if you're using them. Let's go ahead and just kind of roll those shoulders up and back. Just get a little bit of more movement there. Shake out those arms. And then when you're ready, we're going to go to what I just demoed a second ago, where you're going to balance on one hand, lifting up out of that hip. Reach your left arm up nice and high. And now we're looking to bring the left arm towards your left knee. Lifting up out of the hip, stretch long, and knee towards the same side elbow. It's okay if you can't quite get it that high. Just come as close as your confidence. Closing it down. We're going for upwards of 10 on this round. Reach. Breathe. Good. Yep. So I stand tall as I reach, and then it's okay to kind of fold forward. You bring the elbow towards that same side knee. Extend, stand tall. Couple more. There you go. Good, Shirley. Reach long and in and relax. All right, shake it out in between sides. Woo. That hip gets a little bit tired on that support leg. So anytime you need a break, listen to the body. Otherwise, we're going to go same exercise, opposite side of the body. So now you'll set your left foot down, stand up nice and tall out of that left hip. And now we're going to reach the right arm, reach tall. And you can see I just have the right foot reaching back behind me a little bit. When you're ready, knee towards the same side elbow. So I breathe in as I lengthen, exhale as I close. Good, ladies. If you have good balance here and you want to try it without the balance, it's a tough one to do though. Make sure your hips stay square. Nice. Couple more. And last one. And shaking it out. Fantastic. All right, next we're going to do what we call our reach and rotate. It's to get some mobility through the mid-back. So what I'm going to do, either like on your tabletop, countertop, something that's fairly elevated. If you need to go to the chair, that's fine. You're going to place your hands down on that surface. And let's start with your left hand. You're going to take your left hand, you're going to reach towards your right knee. You can kind of touch that thigh. And now you're going to rotate, swinging your left arm nice and wide. Try to follow it with your gaze and just allow your right foot to pivot a little bit to help you rotate. Good. Bringing it down, reaching across, and then nice long arm pivot, opening through the front of the body. Anywhere between 3 and 5 here. Reach, lift, pivot. Good. Breathe in to close and exhale as you open. One more, nice and strong. And release. Very good. Just stand up in between arms and gently swivel or rotate your torso side to side. A little bit of rotational work there. Very nice. And then we're going to do the same thing on your right side. So I'll demo off the chair on this side. I'll set both hands down to start. Walk the feet back, pulling that midline in nice and strong. So belly button pulls in. And now right hand reaching towards that left knee. Rotate that arm long. Good, Laura. Rotate, follow it with your gaze. Yep, closing it down and opening that front side of the body. Breathe in and exhale as you pivot. Nice, Shirley. Looks great. Couple more. So this is our end of our first set. We're going to be going back to that overhead press or reach next. Going for about 8 reps this time. Very good. Let's come on up to our feet. When you finish those rotations, let's grab a drink of water before we go back to that overhead press or reach. Nice job. And if at any point you need a little bit of a break off your feet, you can do this overhead press from seated. So you can always take a seat. If you tend to sit a lot during the day and you're good to stay standing, then let's stay standing. All right, when you're ready, feet just underneath the hips. Bring your hands or your weights up to your shoulders. Pull that chin in, lengthen through your spine. And then whenever you're ready, nice and smooth. We're going for about 8 on each side. Pushing up and then switching arms. Good. Squeeze your lower body. So try to squeeze your bum. Holding that strong in the legs and arms. Good. Nice smooth breathing. Watching not to go into that sway back posture, so keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips. 2 to 3 more on each arm. Very good. Fantastic. Reaching nice and high. Wonderful. Last one each side. Very good. All right. Set it down if you're using it. And then either that standing knee to elbow, or I also want to show you if it feels like too much on the hips, you can also do this seated, right? Come to the edge of my chair and then I go knee towards the same side elbow and reach. So if your hips are bothering you at all, you don't feel stable standing, just take it down to a chair. Otherwise, starting on your left side, we're going upwards of 8 reps this round. Step that left foot back, and whenever you're ready, lifting up out of the hip as you close it down. So being patient, coming as close as you're confident. Breathe in to stretch long. Exhale to close. Lifting up out of that support hip. Nice. 1 to 2 more. There you go. And shaking it out in between sides. All right, same thing on your right side. Set that left foot down, lift up, pull that midline in, think shoulders back, and then your right arm reaches up, left foot a little bit back. Sorry, your right arm, right foot. Good, upwards of 8. Squeeze your tush as you reach that foot back behind. Good, stretching long, closing it down. Breathing in as you reach. Good, couple more. Very nice. Finish that side. We're going back to that reach and rotate. Let's start with the left arm. So you're going to place both hands down, pull the midline in, walk the feet back, and then taking your left hand, reaching it towards the right knee, and then nice long arm as you sweep it up, pivot through that back foot. So your right foot pivots as you rotate. Very nice. Then close it down, reaching, breathe in, and exhale as you rotate. Long body. Good. So we're opening the different areas of the body here. You have what's called like a spiral line of fascia that runs through your body. The fascia is just what like envelopes and makes a container around your muscles, connects everything together. So we really want to keep all that moving, keep the front of the body open. Go ahead and relax there. Same thing, other side. So stand up in between. Feel free to shift your torso around a little bit. Give that low back a break from that bent over position. And then when you're ready, set the feet about hip width apart. Your left hand supports down. And now we're going to go right arm to the left knee. Nice big swivel. Allowing that left foot to just gently pivot and kind of come off the heel a little bit, pivot onto the toe. Supporting strong for that left arm, really reaching up out of that body. Good. It's kind of like you're trying to wring your torso out like a towel as you circle around here, getting some good movement. And release. Beautiful. That's set 2. We're going to do it one more time, going back to that overhead reach or press, going for about 6 reps this time. All right, so standing or taking a seat, feet just pointing straight ahead, and 2, 1, whenever you're ready. Reach up, alternating arms. Good. Very nice. Good, 1 or 2 more each side. Reaching tall, controlling down. Wonderful. And shaking it out. All right. For a little bit more of a challenge, if you're up for it, you can either stick with that single leg, or we're going to kind of challenge the brain a little bit. And again, this can be done seated. We're going to bring the arms out to the side, pulling up nice and strong. And now we're looking to cross over. So we're looking to bring the knee towards the opposite elbow. And again, you don't have to touch it, but you can just kind of come as close as you're comfortable, but really take your time here. Stabilize. So whenever you're ready, we're going to take about 30 seconds here to work this position. If you've already started, if you need a little bit more rest, by all means, rest when you need to. Yep. So I can also do this while balancing, so I can support one hand and then bring my knee towards the opposite elbow, and then I can support the opposite hand and then switching sides. So I can support as needed. Again, I'm coming to the opposite side. Good job. And shake it out. We're going to do that once more, but just give a little bit of a rest. All right, there you go. And then whenever you're ready, so either staying tall and doing so or balancing as needed. Balance, knee to the opposite elbow. And I would shift my arm, balance on the other side. Again, we'll go about another 30 seconds here. And remember, it's my job to make it look easy. So a lot of times people are like, you make that look so easy. Maybe you can't quite do it yourself just yet or currently. No worries. My joke, and in real life, it's like, it's my job to make it look easy. This is what I do for my livelihood. So, don't compare yourself to me. Just do the best for you. Let's get maybe one more each side. When we bring the right side of the body to meet the left side of the body, it makes our brain talk to the left side of the brain. Good job. Shake that out. Last time with our reach and rotate, everybody, and then we're going to move on to the next section. So place both hands down, walk those feet back, pull that midline in. Let's start with that left hand again. Left hand to the right knee. And then take your time here. Nice big sweeping arch, following it with your gaze. Breathe in as you reach. And sweeping it across. Exhale as you rotate. Lifting up out of your hips, lifting up out of that shoulder that you're supporting your body through. Fantastic. Let's go about one more. Very good. And relax. Stand up in between sides. Shake it out. Rotate the torso, twist the torso, whatever feels good to your body, whatever it's asking for. And then same thing last time. Now your right arm. Right hand reaches to the left knee. Sweep it across, pivot along your left foot. Breathe in, reaching. Exhale, rotate. Good. Breathe in, reach. Looks good. Nice, Laura. And last one. And gradually come on up. Nice work. Let's grab some water. Stay hydrated. All right. We're going to get ready. Waking up the lower body a little bit. We're going to try to stretch out those calves. So we're going to start by taking your heel, place it down, toe up on the post. So if you have like the leg of a table there, if you have a doorway, you can place your heel down, toe up, just sinking into it, looking to get a nice stretch on the lower part of the leg. My chair is sliding away from me. And switch sides when you're ready. Same thing, other side. Heel down, toe up, and leaning into it. All right, next we're going to go into a quad stretch. This is challenging. So again, if you can't quite grab your foot, either skip it or do the best you can. You can also just stand in like a stagger stance and push that back hip forward. If you are able to grab that foot, lifting up, balancing your body as needed, and we're looking to pull the foot towards your bum. Very good. And this is one, especially if you can do it, that's great to do this on a daily basis. Sometimes it's easy to pair up some exercises when you brush your teeth, because typically brushing our teeth is something that all of us are well programmed to do. And so then you can start to think about, okay, what else could I do for my body? Not just brush my teeth, but maybe do a couple stretches. Go ahead and release that foot. Same thing, opposite side. So stretching out your quads or anywhere that you know is kind of a challenge for you, keeping that range of motion, trying to keep that ability to grab your foot. It's one of those that it can sometimes be easier said than done. But the more we do it, the easier it becomes. And go ahead and release that foot. All right, we're going to warm up the lower body for some squatting. You're going to set your feet about hip width apart. Turn one toe like it's facing a 1 o'clock on the dial, the other foot about 11 o'clock. And then I like to hold on to something to support for this first bit. We call it a squat sit. So I'm going to hold on to my chair. I can hold on to a countertop. And then sitting the hips back, pushing your knees out, Focus to keep your heels planted on the ground. And then you can use your upper body as you push your feet down into the ground to come up. And we're just going to spend about 30 to 60 seconds here. You get to control how much of the squat that you do, but holding on, sinking back. This is just our warm-up piece. We're looking to maintain that ability. Good. If you watch little kids, when they're young, they just hang out in a squat. They play with their blocks, no big deal. Then we lose that ability, unfortunately, when we start going to school, sitting in chairs. If you're not doing this, sometimes you'll lose that ability to continue to do it. All right, shake it out. So we're going to start with a regular squat. If anyone's got anything going on that they can't squat, if you want to march in place of when we're doing some squats, all right? Or practice sitting down to a chair and standing. So that's what I'm going to demo in the first round. We're going to control back and stand. If you know how to squat and can do it without the chair, then by all means, please do. And if you'd like to hold some weight, you're welcome to hold some weight up underneath the chin. I'm going to demo without weights on this part today. We're going to work for 30 seconds, and then we're going to go into an upper body portion after that. So we'll walk you through it on the first round. All right, 10 seconds till we start. If you're not quite sure what we're doing, just follow me. We'll catch it as we go. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. So either the squat or the sit stand, we call it. You sit down and then you stand tall. As you're sitting, if you're going to the chair, you're trying not to plop. So you're trying to control yourself down to that chair. Reach the arms out, keep that chest tall, and then push through your feet, standing tall from there. Control down, knees pushing out, and stand with confidence. Good job. Smile as you come up to the top of that squat. Control down and up. Last one. And rotate. Very good. We're going to go to a bent over row next with your left arm. So come back to like your tabletop countertop or the seat of the chair. Place your right hand down, walk your feet back, and if you're going to use a weight, you're going to pick it up in the left hand. Whenever you're ready, we're going to reach forward, pulling the belly button in, elbow nice and high. Good. Reach and row. Exhale as you pull that elbow up and in, shoulder down out of the ear, and breathe. Very good. Squeezing that weight nice and strong in up against the torso. Hold it in and then reach forward. Last one and rest. Good job. Go ahead and come up off your hands. Shake it out because we're going to go right back down. Our elevated mountain climber is next. So wide handprint. Splay your fingers out. Place them under each shoulder. Walk the feet back. Belly button pulled in. We're just gradually bringing your knee towards the same side elbow. This is called our mountain climber here from an elevated position. Very nice. Knees up nice and high, pushing strong through that upper body. There you go. Alternating legs. Fantastic. Let's get one more each side. And gradually come on back up to standing. Shake it out in between. We're going back for our bent over row, this time in the right arm. So feel free. Walk the feet back, belly pulled in, place that left hand down. 2, 1, here we go. Elbow pulls nice and high. Reaching forward, elbow up. Good, reach. Nice, really. Down, up and in. Fantastic, there you go. Good, Laura. A little bit longer, pause the top if you're good for it. Send that shoulder blade back and in. Reach, row. Let's get one more. And release. Fantastic. Now, if you have that broomstick nearby, you can pick up your broomstick. If you don't have a broomstick or a PVC, you're just simply going to cross the arms over the chest. Otherwise, if you're good for it, bring it over the head, bring it onto the back. So it's nice, wide elbow position. Toes pointing straight ahead. A little bend to those knees, and then with the belly button pulled in, you're going to bow forward, sending those hips back, looking down towards the floor, and then standing tall at the top. Yep. Slight bend in those knees. Again, long spine. Hips go back, and squeeze the bum to stand. Fantastic. So we're working the back side of the body and also opening up the chest and shoulders. If you're holding onto this broomstick, no problem if you're not. Good, about 10 seconds. On the later rounds, I'm going to demo holding some weight against my chest. So we're not going to use the broomstick, but if you prefer to keep with this position, that's always an option. And rest. Fantastic. Set the weight or the broomstick down if you're using it. And then this is the end of set one. I know it's like a long series here. Just a little bit of some step jacks. There you go. Opening through those shoulders, reaching up to overhead. If you're like, my body doesn't want to reach up to overhead, then reach out to the side. There you go. Fantastic. Another 10 seconds here. And then that will be the end of set one. We're going to do it 2 more times, starting back with those squats. We'll have a little bit of a break. All right, everybody, go ahead and shake it out. We're going to take 20 seconds, and we'll be back for the second round. Fantastic job. All right, you're welcome to stick with the chair for your sit stand. I'm going to demo without the chair this time, holding a little bit of weight underneath my chin. So set your feet, slight toe out, and 2, 1, here we go. Knees push wide, hips go back. Good. So you're keeping the heels planted and also pushing the big toe down into the floor. So oftentimes when we sit back in those heels, we tend to lift the toes up. Try to plant that whole foot down. Good. Eyes up, chest up. If you're not holding weight, reach those arms out in front. Help encourage that chest to stay tall. Maybe one more. Back and up. Fantastic. Bent over row on the left arm. Next. So place that right hand down. Walk the feet back. And 2, 1, here we go. Left arm reaches forward. Try to have a nice flat back. Breathe in as you reach. Exhale as you row. Pulling that elbow high. Very good. Feel that midline focus on holding everything nice and neutral. So keep that engagement of that lower core. Last one. Pause and release. Good job. Standing up in between. We've got mountain climbers in between arms. So come off those arms for a second. If you need any break on your hands, this is a good time to march instead of climbing that mountain. Otherwise, place the hands down. And 2, 1, here we go. Knee to that same side elbow. You're going to be doing quite a bit of upper body pushing work here, just holding this body position. Yeah, having your eyes looking straight between the wrist. Very good. Maybe 1 or 2 more each leg. And go ahead and come up off your hands. Shaking it out. 10 seconds rest, and then we're going back to that bent over row, this time in your right arm. All right, place those feet about hip width apart. Support through that left hand, and 2, 1, here we go. Reaching forward, pulling that elbow high. Breathe in as you reach. Exhale on the row. Fantastic. Halfway through. Nice, everybody. Yeah, make sure you have a little bend in your knees. You don't want to have those legs locked out. Last one. And release. Very good. Our good mornings are next. So this is the one that we used the broomstick last time. If you want to stick with that, you can grab it. Or I'm going to hold a nice light weight right underneath my chin. So I'm going to cross my hands. I've got it just like this, weight underneath my chin. Set those feet so the toes are pointing straight ahead. Little bend in those knees. Pull your belly button in. And then when you're ready, we're going to bow forward, setting those hips back. Push through your feet, stand straight up. Shoulders down as you're hugging that weight in, bowing forward, and stand. Good job. Long spine, so really pushing those hips back towards the wall behind you. Stacking those shoulders over the hips as you stand tall. Couple more. Very good. Over, 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 bowing down and stand. Maybe one more, 2, 1, and either take a rest or join me for some marching. Shoulders back. This is the end of our set 2. Woo! One more set, and then we just have a nice cool down stretch sequence to finish. All right. Let's grab a drink of water. We're going to take about 20 seconds, and then we'll be back to our squats for the last round. Good job, everybody. Staying with it. Staying focused. 10 seconds till we start. I'm going to squat to the chair this time, holding a little bit of weight in each hand. So feet about hip width apart, eyes up, and 2, 1. Here we go. Knees push out, sitting back, and stand tall. Yeah. Coming down with control, building that strength. Good. The hard thing about having weights in your hand is you can't use your hands to help get you up. But if you're not quite ready for that yet, then feel free if you need to use the hands on the legs to push yourself up. That's all right. Control down and stand. Maybe one more. Sinking back. Standing tall. Fantastic. Last round, bent over row, left arm. All right. So you can place both hands down to start. Walk the feet back into position. And then support strong through your right hand. Grab your weight if you're using one. 2, 1. Here we go. Long spine. Reach forward. Pull through. So as I reach, I like to think about like I feel my shoulder blade come forward ever so slightly. Like I'm trying to see how far can I reach towards the floor. And then I pull it up and in. Taking that weight or my hand all the way into my torso. Elbow as high as I can above my rib cage. Fantastic. Reaching down, up and through. Last one. Reach, row, and relax. Good job. Coming up off your hands. We've got those mountain climbers. Shake it out. And 5 seconds till we go. Nice wide handprint. March if you want to break off your arms. 2, 1. Here we go. Knee toward the same side elbow. Lifting up out of your upper body as you march those knees nice and smooth. And get that breathing going here. This is one exercise that challenges the breathing quite a bit when we're in this forward posture and then bringing those knees up. It's basically compressing our diaphragm down. So it challenges that breathing a little bit more. So just be patient with it. 2, 1, and release. Good job. Walk it in. Come on up. One more time, we're going down there for our row on that right arm, but 10 seconds till we start. Great job. Walk the feet back. You can place both hands down. And now we're going to hold the weight in the right hand this time. 2, 1, here we go. Reach forward, elbow high. Breathe in as you reach. Exhale on the row. Good. You've been serious with yourself this whole hour. Great time to smile. Tell your body that's a positive experience to exercise, to build that strength. If you have any negative stories, negative experience with fitness, you get to rewrite your story. Doesn't matter how old you are, you can recreate your relationship with fitness. Last one, reach, row, and relax. All right, 2 exercises left in this series. Good morning is one of them. So either grabbing your broomstick, taking it behind your head, folding your arms over your shoulders, or taking a nice light weight, holding it right up against the collarbones. Toes pointing straight ahead. Stand up tall out of those hips. Little bend into those knees. And now when you're ready, bowing forward, sending those hips back, looking down towards the floor. Drive through your legs to stand. Yep. And then up. Good. If you're using the PVC, or bring it right down behind the head. There you go. And then bow forward. I'm going to just demo with the stick here. So we're right here, resting. That's it. Good, Shirley. And now we're going to bow forward and stand. Nice. Tall chest, long spine, over and up. Good. Let's get a couple more. Belly button pulled in as you bow forward. Okay, so similar posture if you were going to go pick up a laundry basket off the ground. You'd want to bow forward and then reach for your basket, holding nice and strong, and stand. Fantastic. Set any PVC or weights down, and we're going to finish with a little march. March and punch if you're good for it this round. 2, 1. Here we go. Knee up, punching across the body. Good. As you lift the knees, lift the foot and toes also. I don't want to have that droopy foot. We're working on preventing any kind of trips or falls. So practice. When the knee comes up, my foot and toe comes up also. There you go. Wonderful. Yep. Smile. Exhale on that punch. Good. Let's go one more each side. And release. Fantastic. Give yourself a round of applause. Shake it out. Grab some water. And then we're going to do our little cool down series. All right. We're going to revisit that broomstick if you'd like. If you don't have a broomstick, if it feels too rigid for you, if you have one of those long TheraBands, you can use that as well. Otherwise, we're going to give some love to the upper body and open up our hip flexors. So I'd like you to start standing nice and tall and step your left foot forward, right foot back, and you have your feet hip width apart, both feet firmly planted, and then take your band or your stick up to overhead. Reaching up to overhead, you're going to take your torso and bend to the side, bending towards your lead leg. Breathe in as you come tall. Keep those feet hip width apart. Make sure you're stable, and then just gently taking it to the side. Very good. Let's go one more there. Bend into the side, up, and bringing it down and switch. So now your right foot steps forward, left foot steps back, bringing it back up to overhead. Stand nice and tall, so lift everything up towards the ceiling, and then when you're ready, gradually bending your body, taking it to the side of the front leg, so towards your right. Back to neutral. Very good. 1 to 2 more. Standing tall, taking it over, and relax. If you're comfortable to do so, bring the bar or the band down behind the head, walk that back foot in, and then now I'm going to see how tall can I stand. So lifting up, pull that chin in with a nice wide grip. Just push that bar up to overhead, bringing it back and down a couple times, opening through the chest and shoulders. Clench the glutes as you do so. So squeeze like you're trying to hold something between your cheeks. There you go. Smile as you squeeze. Last one, pushing up, and then go ahead and bring it down in front. Beautiful. Set that guy down. All right, and now we're going to do our arm swings. Instead of just regular arm swings, we're going to go to the diagonal. So bring the palms together in front of the body, and then just turn your hands slightly to a diagonal. We're going to bring your left hand over your left shoulder, right hand down by the right hip, and then it's like a hungry hippos game here. Open, shoulders back and down, and close it in. Let's go about 3 to 5. Open, squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. Good. Couple more. Open and close. Last one. Up and down. Good. In between sides, relax those arms down, and let's get some nice big opening through the circles, shoulder circles. Get my words here. Good. Alternate which hands on top as you reach back in front. Once more. Woo, fantastic. And then diagonal the other direction. So clasp them back together in front of the body. Now we're going to bring your right hand over your right shoulder, your left hand down by your left hip. Good. Close and open. Close, open. Couple more. Last one. Beautiful. Shake it out. And let's take a seat, everybody. Coming on down to the chair. Gonna give some love to the hips. Go ahead and come to the edge of the chair. Sitting nice and tall, relax those shoulders back, push your right foot down, and then you're gonna pull your left knee towards the left shoulder. From here, you're gonna see if you can get that left foot to hook on the outside of the right knee. And now sitting tall, you're gonna hug that leg in towards the body. We're looking to see if we can give a stretch to the outer hip here. Call this our seated glute stretch. So looking to stretch that glute area. And then just watch the upper body. So shoulders down, lengthen through your neck. Just about 10 more seconds here. And go ahead and release. Good job. Same thing other side, sitting tall. Left foot pushes down, hug that right leg up and in. And then hook it around the left knee. Sitting tall, pulling that leg in. Opening through the hip. Great time. You can kind of relax those eyes closed for a moment. Relaxing the shoulders down and just taking some nice deep breaths. Good. One more breath here. And gradually release. Come on out. All right, next we're going to go seated twist. So you can either keep the feet flat and reach the hand around, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can cross that leg over, more of like a traditional leg crossing, and then sitting tall, right hand to the left thigh, left hand to the left shoulder. And then you can use your right hand to kind of pull yourself around, turn your head so you're looking over your left shoulder. And now we're going to circle that elbow up and around, up and back about 10 times here, looking over that shoulder throughout. As we're circling this elbow, we're trying to feel that shoulder blade moving up and down and around along that rib cage. Very good. And then go ahead and relax that down. Uncross the legs if you had them crossed. Before we go right to the other side, we're going to stretch that low back a little bit. So sitting tall, feet firmly planted, hands on the thighs, and then you're going to slide the hands down, pull that belly button in, gradually rounding, tuck the chin down, looking down towards the floor, and then use your upper body to control how far down you allow yourself to fold. We're looking to get a stretch in the mid to lower back here. As you're breathing in nice and deep, try to send the air into the back side of the rib cage. You're trying to expand the ribs in the back. And then when you're ready, gradually make your way back up. Get your bearings. There you go. Find something straight ahead to look at. And sometimes when you bring your head back up to neutral, you can get a little bit dizzy there. So take your time as needed. When you're ready, we're going to go back to our twist on the opposite side. So you're going to take your right leg, either keep it flat or cross it over the left. Left hand to the right thigh, pull it up and around, right hand to your right shoulder, turn your head, and now we're focused on that shoulder blade movement, up and down and around. As you're rotating here, sitting up as tall as you can, so we're always focused on that posture. We want to train ourselves in good postures, strengthen our body. And release. Fantastic. Come out of that. And just the last couple here, I'm going to give some love to the head and neck. So relax those shoulders down, feet flat on the ground. Sitting tall, you're going to start by bringing your chin down towards your chest, and then bring your chin towards your right collarbone. Looking down, try to relax the shoulders down as much as you can. If you'd like to take your right hand, you can reach it up and across and just fingertips ever so gently, bring a little bit of some overpressure. And then go ahead and gently release. Coming up out of that, we're going to do the same thing to the other direction. So first, we're just going to look straight down, chin pulls in, trying to bring it down towards your chest. And then bringing your chin across like you're trying to touch it towards your your left collarbone. And then you can take your left hand, reach it up and across, fingertips on the right side of your head, just to give a little overpressure. Always being delicate with the head and neck. Breathing here. And then release when you're ready, gradually coming up. Very good. From here, we'll just gently roll the head around, chin to the chest, ear to the opposite shoulder, looking up towards the ceiling. Nice and smooth. Up and back. And when you're ready, reverse directions, rolling it around the other way, tilting that head back and around. Fantastic. All right, and then just some final pieces here. We're gonna really emphasize shoulders down out of the ears, but to do so, we're gonna first lift them up and in. So as you breathe in, you're gonna raise your shoulders up towards your ears. And then as you exhale, shoulders back and down, lifting through the chest. We're gonna do it 3 to 5 times. Breathe in, lift up. And exhale, depress them down, lifting through the chest. You can raise your arms out the sides. Good, a few more. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, down. How long can I extend that neck? In, lift, and exhale, relax. Very good. All right, everybody, great job today. Thanks for being here. Keep drinking your water, stay hydrated, eat some vegetables, hopefully get some sunshine, and enjoy your day.